So, why don't I have motivation? Imagine you lie around all day with not much meaning. You sit on TikTok, you play video games, you go out with friends, you hang around with them. And really, I'm sure you guys don't need to imagine this because you already do. This is why you've clicked on the video. Now, the feeling of being lethargic is summoned whenever you do these actions, and it just leads to a spiral and a cycle of being lazy. Now, these apps and websites, they're like a coliseum of pleasure to keep you in. They're there to distract you from the real war, which is your mind. So if we look deeper into the mind, why can't we feel motivated? Motivation can be a result of dopamine being triggered within the brain, and dopamine is triggered when you are preparing to do something, not when you're actually doing the action. Now, once you think of TikTok and you're preparing to go on the app, you start spiking dopamine. It's not actually when you're on the app that you actually produce much dopamine, it's the preparation. Now, where am I actually going with this? So, take this as an example. You have finished 5 minutes of revision with all the concentration you had in you, and you think of TikTok, and it just spikes dopamine, and you wake up and you're like, TikTok. If you start to focus on meditation and going to the gym, and you kick out all your distractions, ignore them, you actually start producing dopamine when you prepare to go to the gym and when you prepare to meditate.
Oh my God! Wow!
Now, this is the beauty of it. You can literally just fall in love with going to the gym and meditating when you prepare to do these things. Not when you get distracted and you feel lethargic from going on different apps. It's when you prepare and you actually commit to it. So, going back to the simple question, I'll give you a simple answer, and that is that there's no such thing as motivation. Now you may say, but Kyrison, what about that spike of motivation that I get at 3 a.m? No mate, it's just regret that you've wasted the day, you know? Now the solution to this issue is that you should be really seeking discipline, not motivation.
Got him. We fucking got him.
So what is discipline? Discipline can be defined as the quality of being able to behave and work in a controlled way, which involves obeying particular standards. Now, discipline is waking up early with no social media distractions and no painful pleasure, and just going to the gym whether you like it or not. Now, I call it painful pleasure because it distances you from success, and it leads you into believing that you're actually living a healthy lifestyle when you're not. And motivation is just a term to psyop you into believing that you can leave your tasks one more day when you can't. Now, without discipline, you'll just remain the same for the rest of your life, and I've got to point that out to you. Because society will grow, competition will grow, and they will leave you behind. So what are you actually waiting for? So steps to success of actually defeating a lack of discipline and actually increasing motivation by falling in love with the process. So what I did was I started by listing my dream life. What would it be? I put a Lamborghini, a black Lamborghini, and living in Japan, you know, just out of the blue. That's my dream. And then I wrote down what my nightmare life would be like, and that's fat, working a 9 to 5, you know, not being happy, not being able to fund my parents to live safely, you know, and you need to do the same. Now, once you've wrote these things down, write how you can attain each point in the dream life, how you're going to do it. Write a plan for each one, and then for the nightmare life, write how you're going to avoid these things, and compare the two. If you're closer to a nightmare life, that is not a good thing, is it? You need to change. And once again, it's the beauty of work. It will solve 99% of your problems. If you're sad, work. If you're weak, work. And if you're depressed, work. It's the same for most things. If you're lonely, work. If you have no friends, you need to work. You need to quit video games, you need to stop seeking painful pleasure, and you need to stop your fun dates with your friends. And I know that's a big deal, but you need to just seek ascension. Now, once you've set out a plan and you know you're going to follow it, you need to follow it. I mean, don't just do it once every other day. Oh, I'm lazy, I'll sit on TikTok today. You know, you need to just follow it consistently, persistently, non-stop. And you need to do this because there's so much competition out there. You literally don't have a choice. So when you're sitting on TikTok next, think of the people who don't need the motivation at 3 a.m. The people who are disciplined, the people who've fallen in love with the process, who have found their competition and beat it before you have. Catch up to them before it's too late. And one last thing, what are you waiting for? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, I'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.